5 coffee brands to skip, and 5 that are actually coffee. Today we're not talking about fake coffee, we're talking about real coffee, the most popular brands on grocery store shelves. Your bag says 100% coffee, but what does that line actually mean? Let's get into it. Skip number 1, Nescafé, the instant that lost everything. The largest coffee brand in the world wasn't invented because the world needed better coffee. It was invented because Brazil was drowning in surplus beans and needed a way to turn them into something that wouldn't spoil. That brand is Nescafé, and it dominates instant coffee worldwide. Nestlé developed it in 1938, and instant coffee changed the industry forever. The core problem is simple. The instant process strips away most of the flavor. Roasting creates more than 800 flavor molecules in coffee, and the instant process destroys most of them. The coffee is first brewed into a concentrated liquid. Then that liquid is either heated to form a powder or frozen and shattered under vacuum. Either way, most of what makes coffee taste like coffee is gone by the time it reaches the jar. That's why Nescafé has a shelf life of up to 2 years. Most of what can spoil has already been removed. The label reads 100% pure coffee, meaning nothing inside isn't coffee, but it says nothing about the type of bean, the origin, the roast level, or the roast date. Skip number 2, Folgers, the formula. They changed without telling you. If coffee tastes more bitter than it used to, with no clear explanation, the formula may have changed without any announcement. That's exactly what happened with America's best-selling ground coffee. That's Folgers. J.M. Smucker Company acquired Folgers in 2008. To understand what happened, you need to know there are 2 types of coffee beans. Arabica has a more complex flavor. Robusta tastes harsher, has double the caffeine, and costs 30 to 50% less. In 2015, Folgers quietly shifted from roughly 60% Arabica to roughly 60% Robusta. No announcement and no explanation were ever given. Amazon reviews after that year tell the story. More bitter than before. Doesn't taste like the Folgers I remember. Hundreds of reviews echo the same complaint. Here's the single most important tell in this entire video. Does the bag say 100% coffee or 100% Arabica? Those 2 lines mean completely different things. 100% coffee only means nothing inside isn't coffee. It does not guarantee Arabica is inside. If a brand is proud of using all Arabica, they'll print it clearly. When you only see 100% coffee, there's almost certainly Robusta inside. Skip number 3, Café Bustelo. Wrong tool, wrong result. A Cuban immigrant arrived in East Harlem in 1928 and created a coffee so bold it was never meant for an American drip machine. Use the right tool, and it's excellent. Use the wrong one, and you'll wonder why the whole bag tastes like burnt rubber. Gregorio Bustelo designed Café Bustelo for Cuban coffee preparations, not for drip brewing. Smucker acquired Bustelo in 2011, making it the second brand from the same corporation on the grocery shelf. The coffee is roasted very dark and ground extra fine. When coffee is roasted to this level, a uniform roasty flavor overwhelms nearly all of the bean's origin characteristics. You taste the roast, not the bean. That's why extreme dark roasting can mask flaws in the raw material. The extra fine grind is engineered for espresso extraction. If you use this grind in a standard drip machine, water contacts the grounds for too long, and the result is harsh bitterness. The tell is right on the packet. The phrase espresso style. If you see that line, the coffee is designed for a mocha pot or espresso machine, not a drip brewer. Bustelo is bold, cheap, and excellent for café con leche when you need coffee strong enough to stand up to milk. But if you drink it black and want to taste complexity in the bean dark roast, at this level, hides everything. Skip number 4, Maxwell House, the bottom of the Arabica barrel. 100%. Arabica sounds like a guarantee of premium quality, but Arabica sits on a spectrum wider than most people realize, and this brand shows exactly where the bottom of that spectrum lands. The label says 100% Arabica, and that's a real step up from the Robusta blends at Folgers. But Arabica comes in different grades, and Maxwell House sits in commercial grade territory, the bottom tier of acceptable beans. Think of it like beef. Both ground chuck and filet mignon are 100% beef, but that label alone doesn't tell you which one you're getting. Coffee loses roughly 60% of its aroma within just 15 minutes of grinding. Peak flavor lasts only 4 to 14 days after roasting. Maxwell House comes in a metal can with no roast date and no origin detail, meaning the flavor may have faded months before you pop the lid. The tell here is what you don't see on the label. Maxwell House gives you 2 to 3 lines of information. A specialty brand gives you more than 10. The less a label tells you, the less there is to be proud of. Skip number 5, Dunkin' at Home. 3 brands, 1 factory. 3 brands sit side by side on the grocery shelf with different names, different prices, and different packaging aimed at completely different customers. They're all made by the same company. Dunkin' at Home is not made by Dunkin'. Smucker produces it under a licensing agreement. This is Smucker's 3rd coffee brand on the same shelf. Folgers at roughly 15 cents cents per ounce, Café Bustelo at roughly 25 cents, and Dunkin' at roughly 35. 3 different names, 3 different price points, 3 different target demographics, but the same owner and the same supply chain. Folgers targets the budget buyer, Bustelo targets espresso lovers, and Dunkin' targets consumers who want a trendier brand name. 3 faces, 1 factory, 1 supply chain. The coffee itself is 100% Arabica, medium roast, smooth and mild, but it's still pre-ground, still has no roast date, and the origin only reads Central and South America. Here's the tell. Flip over 3 bags and look for the manufacturer's line. J.M. Smucker Company, Orville, Ohio. Same words, same address, 3 brands. Actually, coffee number 1, Starbucks, consistency over complexity. In 2018, the corporation behind the cheapest instant coffee on this list paid $7.15 billion for the right to put a different name on grocery store bags. That corporation is Nestle, and the name is Starbucks. The at-home bags at the supermarket are manufactured by the same company that makes Nescafe. Pike Place Roast is labeled medium, but leans dark, because when every cup across 35,000 locations needs to taste the same, dark roasting smooths out the variation. That's a deliberate trade-off. Consistency wins over complexity. Starbucks introduced premium coffee to millions of Americans, and that contribution is genuine. But the at-home bag has no roast date, and the origin reads simply Latin America. Flip it over, and it says distributed by Nestle. Actually, coffee number 2, Peet's, the heritage with a roast date. A Dutchman opened a coffee shop in Berkeley, California in 1966, and personally taught the 3 founders of Starbucks how to roast coffee. Without him, there is no Starbucks. His name was Alfred Peet. Dark roast at Peet's is a philosophy, not a cost-cutting trick. In the 1960s, when America only knew Folgers and Maxwell House, Alfred Peet introduced dark roast as the premium standard. But the biggest differentiator isn't the roast, it's the roast date printed on every bag. Folgers, Maxwell House, Starbucks, Dunkin', none of them do this. Peet's does, and that's a genuine leap in transparency. Heritage is real, the roast date is real, but dark roast, even intentional dark roast, still mutes the origin character. Actually, coffee number 3, Illy, 100% Arabica. Always how many major coffee brands use 100% Arabica across every single product they sell, including the cheapest line? The answer across the entire industry is exactly 1. Francesco Illy founded Illy Cafe in 1933 in Trieste, Italy. 3 generations, 1 family, 1 commitment. 100% Arabica across the entire product line, no exceptions. The Arabica selection line prints country and tasting notes on each tin. Family owned for 3 generations. 100% Arabica always. Nitrogen packaging. But the standard blend is still medium dark, and the origin character stays muted. Actually, coffee number 4, Intelligentsia. Light roast is confidence. Dark roast is marketed as bold and premium. But what if roasting dark is actually the easiest way to hide what's wrong with the beans? Intelligentsia pioneered direct trade, buying directly from farmers at prices at least 25% above fair trade minimums. This is the most important turning point. Intelligentsia roasts light intentionally. Dark roast hides flaws. Light roast does the opposite, exposing every origin characteristic. Roasting light is confidence in the raw material. When mass market brands taste the same year-round, is that consistency, or is that a sign of how much the original character has been erased? Roast date, farm-level origin, and direct trade all present. Actually, coffee number 5, Counterculture, the Transparency Report. Every other brand on this list that started independently has been acquired by a corporation. This one said no. This is the only brand at retail scale to publish an annual transparency report detailing exactly how much it pays each farm, compared to fair trade and commodity rates. Every number is public and verifiable. Counterculture cuts out middlemen, pays 25 to 100% above fair trade, and proves it. Every coffee scores a specialty grade in the top 5% globally. Check for a roast date, an origin that names a farm, specialty grade instead of just 100% coffee, whether a light roast exists, and whether the brand publishes what it pays farmers.